This painting is entitled Human. It's 1 metre 20 by 92 centimetres. The artist Chris Gollan was a self-confessed agnostic, and he was deliberately enigmatic about the painting's meaning when he created it in 2009 whilst an artist in residence at Durham University. A professor of English there, Michael O'Neill, expressed his interpretation and addressed the artist through this poem. Not a blood-red sun, nor one seen through eclipsed haze, but a Catherine wheel spinning a white floss. And not a crucified body, no tortured form before us, though don't you think we venture drinks in hand in an upper room where you receive our words with a smile that says, you may very well be right, I just made the image. Don't you think the pool might be a pool of tears at the foot of the cross? Maybe less a cross than a grained imaginary world tree ascending beyond a kind of cave in which stalactites of colour drip then freeze into gold that sets off the livid olive dark of skin, and knuckles, bones, nails, elongated fingers all compose a gesture supplicant to no one, and yet steadfast, even braced, her heavy-lidded caught a gaze, is it a gaze? Seems half-conscious of her left hand placed round the base, though look, there's no reflection of the hand in the pool whose suddenly non-tearful gleam annuls veined flesh, pushing us towards the hint. But that's wrong. Rather, I'm able to suppose being human has meaning only in its own space. Being human has meaning only in its own space leaves me with yet more enigma. But in 2013, the artist painted a much clearer picture of his intentions with Magdalene at the base of the cross. No pool of tears this time, and yet the same attitude of exhaustion, desolation, isolation, separation, forsakenness and abandonment. We feel Mary's pain. And in a sense, the emotions of her Holy Week despair are echoed in our current times. My daughter is a junior doctor in a busy intensive care unit already overwhelmed with COVID-19 suffering. She speaks of the tragedy of no visitors and of patients dying alone but for masked strangers around them. And even if we and those we love are still well, for the safety of us all, many of us know the pain of separation during this pandemic. It is an Easter Saturday time with little view of hope ahead. The fierce light on the horizon in this version of the painting could be interpreted as a fading sun with Good Friday darkness pressing down from above. Or we might proclaim it a new dawn bursting through to push the darkness back, and surely the artist had hope in mind when he painted the egg just out of Mary's reach, that most powerful symbol of the promise of new life. As Jesus said to his disciples in his last days on earth, "In a little while you will see me no more, then after a little while you will see me again, and grief will be turned to joy."